Welcome to YouTube Idol's final stage. Here the contestants will sing songs in different themes in a bi-weekly competition, until only one singer remains. The first theme is groups. They were divided into 4 groups based on their own choices to sing a free choice song. Enjoy.
Hey guys, my name is Shiena and I'm the mentor for the Concentric spoons. What the? Who the fuck made that name? Anyways, we are going to be singing I Know What You Did Last Summer by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Take it away, everybody else.
Hi, everyone. I'm Hayley, and before you hear our song, I just want to say that I'm really proud of everyone in my group, and Sion, God bless, for mixing and just being a really great mentor. So I hope you enjoy.
Hey, my name's Sam, and I'm here to say I don't do well in these situations. Oh God, I'm peeing. Oh God, I'm peeing. I'm peeing.
Hey everyone, I'm Olivia, and I am so happy that I got to work with these amazingly talented people. I couldn't have asked for a better group and a better mentor, and I'm just so happy that these are the people I got to work with on this round. Enjoy, guys.
Hey guys, my name is Bentley, and I am a proud member of the Concentric Spoons. Unfortunately, when signing up, I was told this was a Camila Cabello fan club. It is not. I'm still pretty stoked though, because we did one of her songs. Anyway, hope you guys dig it. Yas.
And you're watching Disney Channel. He knows dirty secrets that I keep. Does he know what's killing me? He knows, does he know? Another's hands have touched my skin. I won't tell him where I've been. He knows, he knows, he knows.
It's tearing me apart. She's slipping away. Am I just hanging on to all the words she used to say?
The pictures on her phone. I'm not coming home. Coming home, coming home.
I know what you did last summer. Just lie to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
I didn't mean it, no, I didn't mean it, no.
Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to keep close. I know. When she looks me in the eyes, they don't seem as bright. No more, no more. I know.
Does she love me at one time? Would I promise her that night? Cross my heart and hope to die.
It's tearing me apart. She's slipping away. Am I just hanging on to all the words she used to say?
Pictures on her phone.
She's not
coming home. I'm not coming home.
Ooh, nah, 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 yeah. I know what you did last summer. Just lie to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eye, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. I know, no, 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 no.
I know, 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 no, no.
Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to keep you close.
Hold me close.
I can't seem to let you go. I can't seem to keep you close.
No, I didn't mean it
Tell me
though.
where you've been lately. Tell me where you've been lately.
Just hold me close.
Tell me where you've been lately. Tell me where you've been lately.
Don't let me go.
Can't seem to keep you close. I can't seem to let you go.
I didn't mean it though.
I know you didn't mean it though.
I don't wanna let you go. No, can't seem to let you go. Seem to let you go.
I wanna know you need it though.
Just hold me close.
I know you didn't mean it though. I know you didn't mean it though.
I can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to hold you close.
What you did last summer. Just lie to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eye, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
know, I 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 know,
I present to you Kiba.
You take on some of the hardest songs and you just perform. Bam, bam, bam. You get it done. Your higher register is unreal.
What's up, everybody? Me, Kiba, and I'm going to be your new mentor.
All right, so I know people are gonna want me to like banter with them, but I totally missed recording. As a group, you guys sounded really great. I think the song choice fit the talent in the group. I think that was definitely a great song choice. Your harmonies in places were like a little off, but I think overall it was very pleasant to listen to. I had a lot of fun jamming along, singing along, and all of you each had a moment to really shine. Sam, Jesus Christ, I love your voice. I think you have this quality that's just sometimes can be a mix between like this country / Philip Phillips, like kind of singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran sound, but you can also get into like the soul and the soul and essence of like that R&B bluesgrass type music. I thought this was a really good moment for you to shine and show your diversity. Hayley, my God, the fact that I now know you're 15 is just mind-boggling. I think your voice is way more mature than most 15-year-olds I hear, and I have taught myself. So like, awesome, kudos for that talent alone. I think that this song really showed off your ability with vocal control, and I think that fine-tuning some of the placement and some of the higher range will definitely even make you even stronger, and I can't wait to see where you go with this. Bentley, I like your voice too, because I think in this song, it allowed that mid-range to really resonate, and I think a lot of the harmonies I heard you on, you were really spot on. You have this really nice bluesy tone to your voice that adds a bit of nuance to the group, and I think with the control of this kind of subdued baritone you have, I'm really excited to see where you do with it and what you're willing to do to push it, because I think you can do more. I think that you could have had a little bit more of a moment to shine in these songs, in this song, because I think you as a singer have not shown your entire full potential yet. And then last but not least, Olivia, I think that overall I liked your singing. I think there were some parts where you were a little bit pitchy, but that's something, that's minor. I think together you and Hayley have a really good, femme fatale, essence going on. I felt like at certain points when you and Hayley would sing together or when you were riffing, I felt like Hayley was a bit stronger, so it was harder for me to try and judge you based on the same things that she was doing at the same time, because there were some parts where I could tell that there was just a little bit of a push, but I think with just a little bit of fixing and mentoring, that's gonna help.
Talk about setting the bar high for this group round. You guys have such energy and confidence and passion in your voices. It made me really excited and I was smiling while listening to this. History has shown groups with diverse voices do the best, and you guys are proving that again. It's like taking the best from two worlds and putting them into one solid performance. We have the high beautiful female voices and the cool raspy male voices, which sounded surprisingly similar, which means you succeeded in bringing out the best of each other. You lifted each other up instead of overpowering someone. Bentley, I love that you got the audio quality down, because that means we can now focus on your singing only, and your singing deserves that because your voice is amazing. I love the resonance and the pop rock sound. Wanna know a secret? When you auditioned for season 3, I actually thought you were gonna be in the top 2. So needless to say, I'm really excited you're finally in a season for the long run, and I can't wait to hear what you're gonna be doing next. Hayley sounds a bit out of her comfort zone singing anything other than musical. It's mostly in the beginning though. Your voice isn't as clear and piercing as Olivia's in that lower range. Makes me wonder if you caught the illness that's going around. But I love the higher parts. Hayley, you did so good for being only 12.
I actually have to give a shout out and thank the group and their mentor for color coding who is singing what, because it just made my job a little bit easier. I really loved Sam was pretty much the front runner for me in that group. Bentley, Olivia, and Hayley were very close behind, so he's got to watch out because he's got kind of competition there. But the one thing I really liked is a couple times Bentley and Sam kind of did like a little duet together, and I love that smooth sound that Bentley's got with the more dirty sound that Sam's got, and the way it blended together was just so cool. I mean, I really, really liked it. I think Bentley really brought it this time. I think Hayley did a good job, although I think Olivia was just a little bit more on point than Hayley. I'm not sure, like you said, maybe she's down with the sickness. I don't know. I just got over it, so it could be possible. But all in all, I think it was a great group. I think they were just points behind each other. Sam kind of edged him out, but he's got to watch out because they're all on his heel in this competition.
Okay, interesting. And I'm kind of glad I'm going last on this one because I'm taking a slightly different view.
Of course.
All right. As a song together, I didn't enjoy it that much. I didn't think it flowed that well, but individually, you're all really good in your own way. In contrast, I am leaning more towards Bentley over Sam by a hair, as I think you've got more of a natural voice than perhaps Sam, who has to put a little more into it, but that's down to personal preference, and you're both really, really good singers in this. And Bentley, I think it's a sign that a little bit of post-production really pushes you to the next level. So just something to think about, because I know we've talked about it a few times. Hayley and Olivia, again, you guys are right up there and you're pushing each other. Hayley, I think going for something that's a bit more pop-themed, I think it worked for you, actually. And I think this is something you need to explore going forward, is to go for something a little more mainstream, because you can make it work. And as I say, it was very much neck and neck between the two female voices, but I think Hayley, I'm going to give you the slight edge in it. But really good performance. You guys individually, you all shone. It was all really strong stuff. So what a way to kick it off.
I don't know what do you mean about the unnaturalness in Sam's voice.
Yeah, I think Sam's got,
Bentley.
like I said, I think Sam's got kind of, I don't think it's unnatural. It's just different. It's just kind of, like I said, it's dirtier than like a smoother sound.
Yeah.
But dirty can be good.
It can, yeah. It feels a tiny bit put on to me. That doesn't mean I don't like it.
Okay, I can see that actually.
Yeah.
But I just think that means he can be more versatile.
To me, it works. It works. And I'll be looking forward to seeing if he makes it through, what he can do with different kinds of songs that maybe doesn't have that dirt sound to it, that grit that he's going to need. Maybe he's going to need to pull it back and be softer, and let's see if he can do it.
I'm just saying, you gotta let them know how you feel. Nothing's ever gonna happen if you just let them guess.
Everyone knows that you never tell a girl how you feel. It's embarrassing and stupid.
Yeah, no, you both have it wrong. What you gotta do is... Alright, hold on a second.
Who is it?
It's Petri. He's saying that Tess dumped that loser she was with. Apparently she's in the mall right now?
Wait, she's here now?
Really? Where?
Starbucks.
Oh. Well, you losers stay here. I am going to go make my move.
Whoa. What makes you think she'll take you? Wait, where's Justin?
Hey, I heard the news. That's messed up.
Yeah, she was great, but I just couldn't keep something like that going. I just don't think I'm cut out for this whole love thing.
Well, maybe what you need is someone who really knows how to woo you.
What do you mean?
Let's compare.
She got a body like an hourglass, but I can give it to you all the time. She got a booty like a Cadillac, but I can send you into overdrive. Oh, you've been waiting for that. Step on up, swing your bat. See, anybody could be bad to you. You need a good boy to blow your mind. Bang, bang, into the room. I know you want it. Bang, bang, all over you.
I'll let you have it.
Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you're high. There goes your heart.
I know you want it.
Back seat of my car. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you're high.
She might let you hold her hand in school, but I'ma show you how to graduate. No, I need to hear you talk the talk. Just come Show me what your mama gave us.
Say a thing.
See, anybody could be good to you. You need a bad girl to blow your mind.
Bang, bang.
Into the room.
I know you want it. Bang, bang.
All over you.
I'll let you have it.
Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you're
Bang, bang.
there goes your heart.
I know you want it. Bang, bang.
See them like
I'll let you have it.
wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you're
It's 6 months, got it, it's frizz in the bottle, it's me full throttle, it's swimming in the grotto, we win in the lotto, we dipping in a pot of blue foam. So, getting so good, it's dripping on wood, get a ride in an engine that could go. Batman, Robin, it, bang, bang, cocking it, queen, Emmy, dominant, prominent. It's me, Justin, Shiena, trying to test it, just let him ride in this beat like a Harley, then pull up in this Ferrari. Hey, we hanging, it's banging, phone ringing, straight slanging, this ain't karaoke night, but get the mic, cause they're singing. To the A, to the end of the G to the B, to the A, to the end of the G to the B, to the A, to the end of the G to the See, anybody could be good to you. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. Bang, bang, into the room. I know you want it. Bang, bang, all over you. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, till it's your heart. I know you want it. Back, back, seat in my car. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, till it's all. Bang, bang.
into the room.
I know you want it. Bang, bang, all over you. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, till it's all. Bang, bang.
There goes your heart.
I know you want it.
Sit on my car.
I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, till it's all. Stylish.
So, which one of us are you gonna choose?
And she's gone. You scared her off.
Way to go, Justin.
Oh.
To me, it was okay. I don't think anyone overimpressed me. This falls under the, luckily for me at least, another group had a little bit more of a tougher time category. I think Justin is the most improved, though I think he's still not as strong of a competitor as some of the other singers. But he really, if he keeps improving the way he did in this particular group, I think he can become a really, really good competitor. For me, EmiLeah, I still think he's got a solid voice. I think he can really do something with his singing, but he's got to get over the freaking dramatics. He's got to do something outside of his comfort zone, because right now all he's doing is a lot of voice acting and rapping and kind of sticking to those kind of themes. I want to see what it would be like if he has to do a love ballad where there's no rapping, there's no voice acting, there's no speaking, it's just straight 100% singing.
Oh, I
want to
agree
see
with
if he
that.
could do it. I really want to see it, because I'm getting to the point where it's like, this is a singing competition and we got to start singing. For me, you're going to hate me for this, of course. I said that if Shiena impressed me, I was going to do a mea culpa and, really say I'm definitely impressed. Unfortunately, I can't say that. I think she showed us more volume than she did the last episode, but I'm still not hearing any range or emotion. For me, everything sounds the same as it did the previous time, and it's kind of like, and I know we've had singers where they have kind of like a one type of voice, like we had, the J-poppy voice for every single song, but at the same time, that would be fine if there was an emotion other than kind of like boredom. Like when I hear Shiena sing, I hear, to me, it sounds like she's bored, and that's kind of playing into how I feel, and then I start to yawn, and it's just, she needs to work, maybe get some acting lessons and learn how to emote and to be dramatic when it needs to be dramatic and pull back when it needs to be pulled back, and learn how to bring forth emotion in her singing, because she's got a fantastic voice. There's just a disconnect between great voice and emotion, and right now I'm not hearing any emotion. For me, they're just lucky that they weren't the worst, at least in my opinion, because I think they kind of glided through this particular episode.
Well,
you're gonna disagree with me. Oh my God, the shock.
Let's get into the feedback then. When I found out which song you chose, I was like, what? What are they thinking? So I expected an absolute train wreck, but it actually worked pretty well. You made the song your own, so I did enjoy this, although there are some major issues. The timing is off, and I know it's difficult to get it perfect over the internet, but not a problem that is impossible to eradicate, with re-recording while listening to each other's takes, and time shifting in editing, and some pitch issues as well. This is the first time I've heard you flat, Shiena. You are otherwise very on point with pitches, and I'm sorry to say that I have to ultimately agree with what Andrea said last time, that you have a timidness in your voice, and it comes off very clearly in this song that is supposed to be explosive in energy and power. You don't have that, so you have no idea how much I hate to say this, but maybe Andrea was right. I still love your voice, but I don't think it's very versatile. You suit best in high ethereal kind of songs like the pizza song, so I'd like to hear more of that from you if you go on. Or maybe you'll be able to prove us both wrong by really bringing the energy and confidence in your voice next time. Emi is the clear standout in this song for me. Your piercing tenor sound is something I really want to hear more of. Shiena was decent, but Justin I struggle to remember, and that's never a good sign. I think it's about energy, not that any of you had amazing energy. So I say this worked pretty well if you take it out of context. In this round there are unfortunately way better entries, so none of you are safe this round.
Can I step on Mark's toes real quick and just disagree with one thing you said? I actually think Shiena has versatility, and I think she's got talent. She just needs to get a vocal coach and an acting coach to tie it all together, because right now she just doesn't have the confidence to do it, in my opinion. But I think that versatility is there.
But in what way has she shown versatility then?
She hasn't shown versatility, but you can hear it in her voice. You could hear her voice. She's got the talent. She really does, but she doesn't have the confidence to bring it forward. Like, you could just, sometimes when you hear a voice, you just know, no, they're not good. It's when you hear a voice though, like when I do auditions for musical theater and I'm listening to different auditions, you can hear a voice that has potential, and you can hear a voice that could fit into different categories if they have the confidence to bring it forth. I think she has the ability to be versatile. She doesn't have the confidence to do it right now, but if she trains, I do think that she will be a better singer, and she will be a more versatile singer, and then she might be able to come back in another competition. I just don't think she's ready right now.
Yeah.
But that's it. We'll go to Mark.
Yeah, I think we fundamentally agree with each other, just the details that are...
The details, yeah.
Okay, so listen to this. I watched this cover and I had a massive smile on my face at the end of it. And then I put my judging hat on and took a bit of a different view to things. Some of the comments that you guys have made, I think taking it on board, and it's railroaded my comments a little bit. I think of the three, Shiena actually was the best performer of the three. But I take your points that there are some issues there, and in terms of longevity in the competition, it's questionable. But my problems with it, Emi, we've talked about this a number of times. You can't voice act your way through this, and I think you actually got this the wrong way round. It would have been better if Justin took the bass parts. It probably would have been better if Justin took the rap part of things, because I think he could have put a bit of a spin on it. And I think, Justin, you actually ended up looking a little weak in this situation, because...
Have you heard Justin rap though?
No, but that's very
Emi
true.
Can, so...
Okay, let me get to the point then.
Sorry,
Justin,
I'm interrupting too much.
Maybe a little bit. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, I'm getting to it.
Sorry.
I think the problem we have with Justin is that he doesn't know what his voice is yet. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of him with his attitude, how he conducts himself with the songs that he's put out so far. But I think he struggles to know where he fits in. And in this song, he could have fitted in a different way. I think if he took the rap part, he would have been able to inject a bit of fun and life into it, and he would have made it work. The bass part would have suited his voice better than Emi's, and Emi could have slotted into the role that Justin had, showed us a bit more singing. That would have made more sense. But I think we've got two confused roles where neither of them really got to show what they could do, and Shiena out of, by default really, because she delivered a good singing performance, ended up rising to the top for me out of the three of them.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Basic pitches. This was not my favorite because, first of all, if you're gonna do Bang Bang, just like I was talking about with Lady Marmalade, you have to bring it. And pitching it down and singing it the octave down doesn't really give that energy unless you're literally the best baritone, best bass you can be. Because really, it just sounded like a karaoke track. And I hate to say that and I hate to be so critical, but, you know, group round is important to show who you are as an artist, and I felt like it was all over the place. The intro scene went on way too long. I think you guys are trying to hide a little bit too much behind acting when this is a singing competition. So I would be careful about that if you do that in your solos, because you really should show your personality and your acting chops in your song. Justin, I've heard you sing. I think that you're better than this. I don't think this was your best performance. I think that doing Jessie J's part and having to do this, you know, Jessie J is, when you hear her sing, she's a sass master. Not trying to compare you to her, but the idea is that the song you choose has to be able to build that character around it. So if you're going to sing this, you need to give me full sass master. I don't care who you tap into, but you need to be able to, in that baritone range, pull something out of there that doesn't sound like you're just singing to a karaoke track. But when you did your harmonies and stuff, it was really nice. Your solo was nice. I just wanted more from you. Shiena, I like your voice. I felt like there was a lot of pitch errors when you were in harmonies with people. I felt like there was a bit of a strain on some of your higher notes because Ariana's really high, and even a little bit pitched down from what I could hear. There was still that little tiny bit of strain, and so I just relax a little bit, lift the eyebrows when you sing, think higher, aim higher, and think between the bridge of your nose and your eyebrows so you can really push that bright sounding tone instead of being like, like really make it airy so that that quality comes through and gives you chills, because that's what the song is that moment is that super sensual part, and if you're gonna sing that part, you gotta sell it. Emmy, I think honestly, and this is no like bashing on you or anything, I think that you might have been the weak link in this, mostly because your harmonies were really great, but that's not what I want to hear. I want to hear when you have your solo, if you're gonna rap, first of all, your rap has to be so crisp, so clear, get the point across. Near the end you did that, but the beginning was so muddled and it was a little behind in tempo that I felt like it kind of got lost. And leading up to that Nicki verse, I was anticipating it and really waiting for something spectacular. And I felt like even with your little solos or in your like, you know, B to the A to the N to the G to the hey, like you could have gone all out with it, but I felt like you put more emphasis on your acting intro than you did in the song. And I think you subdued yourself to not singing, which I'm kind of like wanting to hear you sing. Like Be Prepared was awesome and all, but I need to hear who Emmy is, because right now I'm getting kind of this talk singy theatrical thing, which is good for some things, but at a singing competition with powerhouse vocalists, you need to show why you're here. And I think this was not the moment for you.
Now introducing Diva.
Hey sister, go sister, soul sister, flow sister. Hey sister, go sister, soul sister, flow sister. He met Marmalade down in Moulin Rouge, strutting her stuff on the street. She said, hello, hey Joe, you wanna give it a go? Oh, get you, da 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 da. Get you, da da here. Mocha chocolate, Creole Lady Marmalade. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? He said in a full while she freshened up. Sister, hey, sister, drank all that, make only wine on her black satin sheets, waist on the freak, yeah. Get you, da 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 da.
about that cake straight out the gate. Oh, we independent woman, some mistake us for whores. I'm saying why spend mine when I can spend yours? Disagree? Well, that's you and I'm sorry. I'ma keep playing this cat's out like Atari. Wearing high heel shoes, getting love from the dudes. 4 badass chicks from the Moulin Rouge. Hey, sisters, soul sisters, better get that dough, sisters. We drink wine with diamonds in a glass by the case. The meaning of expensive taste. You wanna get you, yeah, yeah. Won't catch chocolate. What Creole lady mama like?
Okay, now Mark can start so that he doesn't get interrupted again.
Yes.
And I get the feeling that I will be anyway, but let's get into it. I think in terms of all the entries that we got, I think there is some room for improvement, but this is my favourite of the 3 that we've covered so far.
Kill me.
You see the problem.
Okay, let Mark talk.
Yeah, okay.
So of the 3 that we've heard so far, this was my favourite entry of the 3. But there are some very clear issues that we've got in there. And yeah, it's a really tough one. I know this is going to be a contentious issue in a contentious group because the person that I saved with my star is in the middle of that group. And there are some problems, but there are some positives to come out of it as well. From what you might have seen from last season, I tend to get after contestants that have got issues that I pick up every week. And Erica, I think I was going to be talking to you about putting some body and some resonance behind your voice. I think actually you came out at the top of the 3 in this group, which I wasn't expecting. And you showed a bit of attitude and you had some depth to it. And yeah, I think impressive performance. Meriam, you came in right at the end with something phenomenal. And it's a shame that you took a step back from it. For the most part, you blended into the 3-part harmony. The rap part seemed a little flat compared to the Missy Elliott version of it in the original. I think you fell a little short there. And then you belted something out right at the end, which blew us away, but we needed more of that throughout the whole entry. FallOutGirl, I'm not going to say too much right now because this is going to become a debate in the deliberations, I'm sure. But I think you did okay in there. You're put in against 2 contestants that should have absolutely blown you out of the water. In the 3-part harmony, it was your voice that stood out more than the other 3, I would say, that blended into the background. And you did okay with it. But more will come of this later, I can guarantee.
Okay, I'm gonna go next because wow, sure. I have no idea what he's talking about. Oh my god. Okay, Diva was a mess. You know, this was my bottom group. The voices did not mix well. And this was way, way too big for Fallout Girl. She's got a nice voice, and she's going to have a lot of talent if she takes the time to hone it, gets a vocal coach, and practices, and lets her voice mature. She could be great, but as I said the last episode, she is not ready. She's so young, and her voice is so immature, and she honestly pulled the pitch off for everyone else. Erica and Meriam were stronger than her, in my opinion, but all I could hear were the sour notes from Fallout. If I was going to have to choose between Erica and Meriam, I think both have great talent, but personally, I still go with Meriam because they're very close in sound if you really listen to them. But as we said the last episode, Erica's is maybe a little bit thinner compared to Meriam's, strong, deep, and rich tone. But they're kind of, for me, they're neck and neck. But song choice is also so important. I'm not going to put all the blame on Fallout Girl for this, like maybe people thought I would probably do, but because when you're in a group, you have to think about everyone's voice and not just your own. This song is really soul and not so much rock, and it's such a mature theme even. I mean, I don't know if you guys know what voulez-vous coucher avec moi even means, and she's still a kid.
Oh, yeah, I know.
She's a kid. When one person in the group falters, it causes everyone to sound off. So you got to keep in mind the voices, you got to keep in mind song choice, you got to keep in mind age and maturity levels, and find a place where everybody can mix. This is 100% a true diva song. And we have 3 that are not quite up to the level of diva, especially Fallout Girl. She was very young. She still has a slightly immature voice. This was a very mature song, theme-wise and vocally. I don't know who picked it and what they were thinking when they picked it, but this was just not the right song for all 3 of them. And it was a mess. And I'm very disappointed in that. And in fact, I'm a little bit angry that they would actually pick this song for Fallout Girl, being that she is younger and that her voice still needs to mature. It was just a mess for me. And I mean, I actually was angry listening to it. So that's my opinion.
Okay, I'll go next then. I have mixed feelings about this. I loved some parts and some parts made me uncomfortable. I really wanted to love this because I love this song and I love you, and the ambition was great. It challenged you and also showed what you got. But it was kinda messy in spots, like Andrea said, because the timing was off and the airy spots and unstable held notes revealed FallOutGirl's weakness still with the immaturity. Please don't be discouraged though. You have great potential, but like I said last round, it will not come to fruition until a couple of years when your voice is more mature. But once it does, wow, you're gonna be so great. You're not ready for a competition yet. Erica's weakness is her lack of skills in singing runs, so many Christina Aguilera songs are undoubtedly going to expose that, and it sounds a tad awkward because of it. Nothing that can't be taught though, I'll link a video to you in the description. You were also not on pitch consistently, which was disappointing. This is clearly your worst performance so far. But I love your vibrato in those long notes, it's amazing. You have an incredible voice, it just wasn't very clean this round. Meriam is still a bit flat sometimes. As we get further into the competition, if this becomes a trend, that will be an issue as we start to see others improving. It's about listening to those takes with background music over and over, so if you hear something is a little bit off, try again. Now in this day and age with autotune, you don't really need to be absolutely pitch perfect to be successful. That's taken care of instantly in the studio. And I'm not going to pretend like your amazing powerful voice doesn't make up for it, because it totally does. But in this competition you don't have a studio usually, and the judges are going to get less forgiving with each round, so I'm warning you on beforehand. Though your high notes continue to impress me, and I didn't know you could rap, that was great. I was surprised though that you guys didn't let Erica take Maya's part in the beginning with the low notes, since you sung well in your low range before Erica. And it was a bit of shame that you went for a solo ending instead of that characteristic harmony ending that's in the original song. You can make something your own, but that was not the best way. Maybe you couldn't pull it off off or something. Also, the mixing could have been a little bit better. It was way too sharp for me with the S's. Nothing horrible though, but that's one thing I noticed with professional mixes. They don't have any unpleasant sharpness. But like I said, I have mixed feelings about this because I loved your energy in this. I give you an A for effort like Andrea always says. On another note, Meriam, are you pretending in the Discord when you say you're insecure? Because you can't possibly not know you're freaking amazing. I just don't understand how someone with such a powerful voice cannot be confident. You have so much to be confident about. But if it's really true, I hope your confidence will be built up over time as you get more noticed, because a voice like that will be noticed. At least you don't let your lack of confidence show when you're singing, and that's great. Now, I love when you're belting. Please don't stop doing that. But I also want to hear what more you have in your voice. I want some more dynamic variation from you and to hear what you sound like when you sing softly. Maybe next round will be a good opportunity for that. Don't be like Kiba.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say I agree. FallOutGirl's got a lot of potential. I know what Mark is saying when he stands by her so strongly. I really do. But at the same time, I just think of her youth and I think of the immaturity in the voice. And like a couple times she kept saying Lady Marmalade, like lard instead of Marmalade. You know, there's some kind of like enunciation problems. And, you know, she's got to work on it. She's got to hone it. She's got to grow. She's got to get more mature in her voice. She's got to take lessons. And then I think she can be exactly what Mark sees in her, because I see what he sees. I just don't think that she's there. And again, I'm saying what I said the last episode. We are setting her up for disappointment. We're setting her up to fail if we let her go through and not tell her, go home, work on this, and then come back. Because she does have talent. We already did
set her up for failure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't want to be tough on her. I don't want that at all, because I do hear what Mark hears. But also the song choice, Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? I mean, come on, you're having a kid singing this song. Come on. This diva was a disaster for me. So, okay, who's next?
I have mixed feelings. I didn't think it was a disaster, but it wasn't great.
I think I didn't like it. I said, I like Erica. I like Meriam. I think they both had their issues. And I think a lot of it too was the pitch problems with FallOutGirl was so noticeable that it kind of dragged them down a little bit too. And they had their own pitch problems. I just, no. Okay, who's next?
Diva. Overall, my big issue with this is that the mixing was really bad for me. I hated it, to be honest with you. Hate is a strong word. I highly disliked it because when soloists were singing, there was a lot of loud background that was going on, and it could have been mixed a little bit better so that I could hear the soloists. But the song choice for me, if you're gonna do Lady Marmalade, you gotta bring attitude 110%. I felt like at times the attitude just felt flatlined. It plateaued at one level, and I think with doing a group song like this, you have to keep up the energy and change it every time, because saying voulez-vous coucher avec moi all the time, it gets repetitive. So finding each chorus to do something differently is gonna make that dynamic even better. Meriam, your voice is like butter when you hit those high riffs. I think the Christina Aguilera part for you is like really good. You could have, I don't know why you didn't, build to that belt, because I wanted to be there with you, girl. I really did. So, hearing that that whole thing, I would have loved to have heard that, because that would have just sent me to the moon. Even if you didn't do it like Christina. But I think overall you sounded really nice. I liked your rap. The Little Kim was awesome. So that was pretty good. Erica, I really think that this song didn't do you justice, because you had a solo and I could barely hear you. And when I did, there were some little tiny things that were just not 100% there. So I think just really going back, listening to it, aiming sharp instead of, aiming for the note, because then you aim higher, you can at least get to that note a little bit better. And I think overall your riffs were nice. I just think that when Meriam started rapping, even if that wasn't you, I don't know if it wasn't you, because I couldn't tell the difference between your voices at times. There was a point where you guys were both singing back and forth, so then the video also changed back and forth between you two, so it confused me, because I was like, who's singing right now? So I think that's partially like a third amount fault of the video editing, but the most of it was just, I felt like the characters that you guys could have portrayed were not there. here. So I think something to work on in future choices is to really stand out amongst, people that have similar vocal styles to you. FallOutGirl, I think your voice is that with you, I think that there's a confidence building that we need to do because you have a very unique tone to your voice. And this song actually wasn't that bad for you. I think starting out with the Safe Maya verse was good. It pushed you just enough to really get by. Was it your best? I don't think so, but I think that vocally you were on pitch. You showed a lot of sass when you got into that Lady Marmalade chorus right before Erica started singing, and I think that the beginning part really gave you a good performance. The later part where you kind of hit the head voice, it was a little pitchy, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that's something that we can work on, and I really do hope that we can work on that together sometime because I think you still have a lot to prove, and I would hate to see you go because of small, minute details.
Hello everybody, my name is Parables and welcome to YouTube Idol. So today guys, I have a very special reaction to do. Apparently my friends Hoodoo and Drake and some other person named Jenga, I don't know. They sent me this video to react to and here I am. So let's just dive on in. We'll see.
This here, that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got chips on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot, hot damn. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot, hot damn. Make the dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot damn. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot damn. Am I bad about that money? Girls hit you, hallelujah. Ooh. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Ooh. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Ooh. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Oh, ha. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh, ha. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup. Put some liquor in it. Take a sip. Sign a check. Polio, get the stretch. Ride to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh dry Skippy. I'm too hot, hot damn. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot damn. Make a dragon wanna retire. I'm too hot damn. Hot damn. Say my name, you know who I am. Too hot damn. Yeah. Am I bad about that money? Girls hit you, hallelujah. Woo. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Woo. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Woo. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Oh, ha. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh, ha. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Oh.
Before we leave,
yeah?
What? Let me tell you a little something. Got it? Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
Okay, Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it.
If you sexy, then flaunt it.
If you freaky, then own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance,
jump on it.
If you sexy, then flaunt it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Oh, ha. Yeah. Come
Ginga.
Guys, wow, this made me laugh so hard. Great creativity on the video, but even just listening to the audio is making me smile because your energy is over the top. I loved it to death. Excellent song choice, especially for you, Hoodoo. I expected you to be the best in this, and you definitely were. You have this grit to your voice that suits this song so well. You sounded exactly like I imagined you would do in this song. And really, you guys met my expectations or maybe even exceeded them. Oh, if only you were pitch perfect, this would take best performance with no doubt. But I can't help but notice the flaws. Nathan, I love what you were trying to do with the high notes. And wow, that range is impressive. But you were really flat and strained, so that brought down the quality. But you know what? When you have such obvious excitement and energy in a performance, it doesn't have to be a deal breaker. Overall, I still absolutely adore this, and I want to thank you all for your hard work. I just wish Drake was in it a bit more. So Drake, I hope you haven't lost your spirits in this competition, because actually we believe in you on the panel. I know I was a bit hard on you last time, but I've got to be hard on the predicted winner in casting, right? Cause favorite or not, if you don't start whipping out those top performances, someone else will gladly be the next YouTube idol. No matter how beautiful your voice is, you have to use it right. Bring energy and versatility. With this song we got to hear something different finally, but since you weren't in it that much, I don't think it counts. Though what I did hear from you I liked, so good job. As a final note in this episode, I want to thank all of the mentors for working so hard together with the contestants. And I'm sure a lot of the great results in this episode is thanks to your help. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah, what an entry to round out this group stage, and very, very enjoyable to listen to. So, great stuff, guys. I think you highlighted there with Drake just a little bit. I mean, I know we're not judging on the video, but as there was no video other than a picture popping up and minimal contribution, it sounded like, in the track, it's just pushed Hoodoo and Parables' draft stock up in terms of their places in the competition, which is a little bit worrying. But Drake, to be honest, the times where you did chip in, you showed a little bit of fun, I think, to your character, which if we can see a bit more of that going forward, again, it's going to address the versatility. I think Hoodoo was a standout performer of the three of you, as this suits you. I mean, your voice, it maybe when you look at it, suits a certain kind of music, maybe towards the country side of things, but you showed that you can turn to a pop angle as well. You can inject that bit of fun and energy to it, and thoroughly enjoyable. As Petri said, there was a few times where it wasn't note perfect, but there have been times when we can more than happily let that one go for a really good, solid performance, and there was nothing that made me kind of wince. So, yeah, props for that. My favourite of the four that we've seen.
Do you guys think that I've been tough on Parables throughout this competition?
Yes, when you like him, when I like him, you don't like him, and when I don't like him, you like him. So what the hell is going on?
Well, I have to say that I picked Deathmatch to be my winning team personally, and Parables was a big reason for me why they won. Not only they sang well together, they did have a few issues, of course, but to me they sang well together, and I give a lot of credit to their mentor. I really think that she helped pull them all together. But Parables, for me, he really showed great improvement from the previous episodes in this particular song. I could see the growth. I could see that he's kind of really getting his act together. I really liked it. For the first time, I can say I'm on Team Parables.
But guys,
I agree.
have I become tone deaf, or are you tone deaf all of a sudden? He was flat, wasn't he?
Well, yes. I mean, I think he's not perfect. I got through saying that nobody was perfect. There were some problems. But for me, he has greatly improved compared to what he's been. I mean, I was never on Team Parables before because I don't think he did all that great in the previous, where you loved him and I didn't hear it. I think he did way better than he's been.
Entry was the best, to be honest.
No, see, to me, I think he was better now than he's been. I think he's much improved for me than he's been. I don't think he's on par with Drake yet. I think, okay, will you stop interrupting me or I'll slap you? Sorry. I will slap the hell out of you right now, okay? No. But I don't think he's on the level with Drake yet. I still think Drake has a cleanness to his voice, and I'm really disappointed. The one thing is that they did not use Drake very much. I'm not sure why. I don't know if he just wasn't available or if he didn't make time for this, because when he did sing, he showed us that he's not a one-trick pony. He can do good in other genres and that he's got versatility. They just didn't use it so that we could really, really hear it. And I don't know if that was a Drake thing or I'm not sure what that was. So that was disappointing, but he still has that really good voice to me. I love Hoodoo, straightforward. Hoodoo is my favorite of the group, but I don't care what you say. I think Parables pulled it together this time for me. I think he showed a lot more passion, for me, I think he was better. He wasn't perfect. He still had pitch issues, but he was better for me than he was in like that one song. What was that one song a long time ago that you loved and I thought it really sucked? Because it was like,
Iris.
I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah, Iris, yeah, that one. I hated that. I absolutely hated that. And I found myself absolutely loving this. For me, this was the clear winning team. I think Parables has to get the props for being, for me, the most improved. I think Hoodoo kind of edges them both out a little bit. Drake, I like the fact that he's not a one-trick pony and he's got versatility, but he didn't really show us enough because there just wasn't enough Drake for us to really make that judgment. I mean, maybe if he sang more, we would have seen a little bit more issues. I mean, I don't know. So he kind of gets a little bit of a check minus from me because of the fact that he just didn't seem as involved in the group. So
Team Deathmatch. I'm conflicted because this song is one of my favorites. Bruno Mars is not easy, and Bruno Mars, you don't have to sing it right. You mostly have to just perform the hell out of it. And the video did that, but once again, the video is not a part of the criteria. So vocally, I have to be there with you. Parables. I thought your vocals were okay. I thought they were good in some places, but overall, it just kind of blended into the background. I think having more energy and brightness in your tone is going to help you really embody that R&B pop. And I don't know if this is your wheelhouse, but I felt a little bit of a low energy from you. Like it almost seemed like you were bored. That may not be the case, but that's what I got from the mix and what you were giving me. So I want you going forward, pick those songs that's going to push you to those energetic boundaries while keeping within your style, and I think you'll do much better. Hoodoo, I missed you, my brother. I love your voice. I think you are one of my favorites this week. On a song like this, I was very shocked. I was pleasantly surprised with how you took it and made it your own and allowed yourself to really get into that gritty R&B, gritty soul. Like it almost felt like a real funk song with that voice. Like I was getting some Grand Funk Railroad, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Like that was sick. I loved it. Your energy was great, and I thought you were a highlight of this group number. Drake, I mean, I didn't hear you much. And that's a problem because the thing is that you, in a group number, you gotta stand out. And for me, I didn't even know you were in this song until I saw the picture on the video. That's an issue. So going forward, if you're moving forward or anything like that, I hope that you commit more to being a standout and showing what you can do, because right now I'm not seeing anything Drake. And I can't give much notes because that's just how it went. And unfortunately, it sucks, but I can't say anything because I don't know what to think. And the parts I heard, I had to listen again. It was a little pitchy too. So I don't know. I just think that this was not your round.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one day I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade.
should go.
And through it all, the rise and fall, the bodies in the streets. And when you're gone, we want you all to know. We'll carry on, we'll carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. We'll carry on. And in my heart I can't contain it. The anthem won't explain it. A world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams. Your misery and hate will kill us all.
So paint it black and take it back. Let's shout it loud and clear. Defiant to the end, we hear the call. To carry on, we'll carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. We'll carry on. And though you're broken and defeated, your weary widow marches. On and on we carry through the fears. Whoa.
Disappointed faces of your best.
Whoa. Take a look at me, 'cause I cannot care less. You'll die, you'll never make me, because the world will never take my heart. So don't try, you'll never break me. We want it all, we wanna break this, but I won't explain or say I'm sorry. I'm unashamed, I'm gonna show my scars in the chair. For all the broken, listen here, because it's who we are. I'm just a man, I'm not a hero, just a boy who had to sing this song. Just a boy, I'm not a hero, I don't care. We'll carry on, we'll carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. We'll carry on. And though you're broken and defeated, your weary widow marches on. Do or die, you'll never make me, because the world will never take my heart. Don't try, you'll never break me. We want it all, we wanna play this part. Do or die, you'll never make me, because the world will never take my heart. Go and try, you'll never break me. We want it all, we wanna play this part.
Thanks for watching. See you soon with the result. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.